let's do another story time while I'm here. This is a story I think about every once in a while. Just, every couple of months, this story will pop into my head. It's from high school. It's an old story. It's an old one. But it's a story about how my science teacher got mad at me because I outsmarted her. Or at least she thinks that I outsmarted her. It was like a very low-level beginner physics class, and at one point in the year we had to make our own instruments, and musical instruments. We had to make them out of household items, so a lot of people were using PVC pipe, cardboard, things like that. And there were a few requirements. One of the requirements was it had to make a certain number of pitches when you played it. That's a duck. Another requirement is that it had to be decorated. You had to make it pretty. And another one was it had to involve airflow. Like it had to, or maybe it wasn't just airflow, maybe I don't remember. Something about airflow. Everybody else was making like guitars or flutes or something like that. And I was in band in high school. I was a band nerd. And I was a percussionist. I played drums, I played marimba, I played... Basically, if it was in the back of the orchestra and you hit it with a stick, or you dropped it on the ground or something, I was the one who would play it. And so I was like, easy peasy, this is an easy project. I'm gonna make a drum. When I walked in with my project, she looked at me like, I think you missed something here. She didn't say that, but she had that look on her face, like I had missed something horrendous in the project, like I was about to fail it when I walked in. Because I walked in with a cardboard box that had 2 holes cut in it. And I know how that looks bad, but if you don't know how a drum works, it would look bad. But to those of us who know how drums work, it was perfect. While everyone else was like drilling holes in PVC pipe to make flutes and trying to figure out how to make a guitar of some kind, I went home and I asked my parents, hey, do you have an extra cardboard box? And they were like, yes, we do. So they gave me the box. And I said, where did we put our colorful duct tape? And we went and found it, and I sealed off this box and made it airtight with duct tape. So no air was getting in, no air was getting out. And then I picked, because boxes are cubes, so I picked 2 opposite ends. So I picked one end over here, one end over here, and I cut 2 small holes in those opposite ends. And that was my project. And I brought it in, and my teacher looked at me and was like, okay, show me what you got. We had to have 6 different pitches, right? So I set my box down on the floor and she was like, all right, show me your pitches. And, obviously with a cube, you've got 6, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you got 6 sides. You got 6 sides on a cube, but since they mirror each other, 3 of them are the same. And here's the thing with a drum. When you're near the center of the drum, the head of the drum, the part you hit, is looser. It feels looser, and you can get a lower pitch out of it. But as the closer you get to the edge, the higher the pitch gets. So on the same side of on one side of the drum, I could get many, many different pitches out of it. So my single little box drum got more than 6 pitches, and I just boom, 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 just started hitting different sides of the drum, showing her where all the pitches were, just simply by hitting different parts of the box. And she was like, okay. She was upset, but she marked down that I got my 6 pitches, and obviously it was decorated because I used colored duct tape to seal it off and make it pretty. And she was like, but where's your airflow? You gotta have your airflow. And I was like, put your hand in front of that hole, please. And so, very confused, she put her hand in front of it, and I hit the box and a puff of air came out the hole, and I said, that is my airflow, ma'am. She was very mad at me, but had no choice but to give me an A. And she was mad at me because she thought I'd like outsmarted her or something. I was like, I just play drums, ma'am. I know how they work, and they're not complicated. She was very upset. And I found out the next year that in the instructions for that musical instrument project, she put a distinct comment in the rules saying you couldn't make a drum. And I swear, she put that in there just because she thought I just didn't work hard enough on the project. I'm like, I did the smart thing. I wasn't trying to cheat out of the project. I picked an instrument that I knew how to make and could do well and made it. Why would you be upset with me? I think about that story every once in a while. I don't know why. It just makes me laugh. Because it was like one of those instances of like just someone wanting to be right and being upset when someone did something that they didn't think of. She thought I didn't put enough effort in when I just was smart about where I put my effort. So yes, that's my story for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell when you want to be notified about more videos. And my other social media links will be down in the description. I hope I see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye, friends.